Yes, welcome to the City Xtra Podcast. I'm Jordan and I'm here with my co-host, the big LB.
Yo.
Today we're going to be talking about the Real Madrid game, which is insane, wasn't it? We've got Eric Garcia leaving, Koulibaly's performance against against Barca, and we'll just chat general shit. If you haven't already, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to us, isn't it? That's what we're here for. Mm-hmm. For you guys who listen on Spotify and all that, you can't see us, but if you go to our YouTube channel, you can see us. You can see our beautiful faces in all of its glory. Glory. So, straight to football then, yeah? Mm-hmm. Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Talk me through it, bro. How's you feeling? We did a live stream. If you was at the live stream, then thanks for coming down.
Yeah. How's I feeling? Well, I was feeling confident going into it because why not? We was 2-1 up. Mm-hmm. You know, we were the better side at the Bernabeu in Madrid. And at the end of the day, something really had to go pretty badly wrong for us to get knocked out.
We said last week, didn't we, that it has to be a disaster for us to get knocked out.
We have to lose by 2 goals to go out. You know what I mean? And whilst our defence is very capable of letting that happen, I felt that our attack would just get us out of it, and it clearly did, and that's what happened in the end. Obviously, mistakes from Madrid and Varane, but the fact is, I always believed that we'd score at least a goal, and therefore they'd have to score 2, and that'd all just take it to extra time. Mm-hmm. That's what would happen there. So they'd have to really score 3 goals for us to go out in normal time or extra time.
Yeah, and you back us to not concede 3 goals. I mean, people might be like, oh yeah, but we conceded 3 against Norwich and Real Madrid a lot better than Norwich, but it's a different situation. Isn't it?
Different situation, yeah. And I just think the teams obviously would have been a lot more focused rather than sort of like you go to Norwich and you know what I mean, it's just a bit like Norwich, so sometimes you can disrespect them a bit. So yeah, I just felt like the team would be focused. It's the last chance at a trophy, and I just felt very confident going into it. You know, when you actually look at what needs to happen for us to go out here, yeah, I just couldn't see it. I backed our attack too much to get us out of it, and in the end, that's what's happened. You know, you saw Kevin De Bruyne. No players created as many chances as Kevin De Bruyne did against Real Madrid since 2003.
That's insane. That's 17 years.
No player has ever created as many chances against Real Madrid.
9 chances?
9 chances since 2003. That tells you how good he was on the night. Gabriel Jesus was awesome. Playing on the left initially. Looked decent. I quite liked him there, to be fair. Obviously put Varane under pressure. I don't know what Varane's doing in that situation.
He had a nightmare.
Yeah, but so obviously Gabriel Jesus played really well on the left, and then obviously he went up top and got a really good finish when Varane messed up again. Yeah, just an all around real decent performance. I don't buy into this, oh my God, we were magnificent. I don't think we were magnificent.
No. It wasn't like some amazing performance by City. Like we weren't playing the best football we've ever seen them play. However, it got the job done. And I think that's what's important. We said in our pre-game chat that Gabriel Jesus only had to have like a 7 or 8 out of 10 performance to see us through this. And he didn't have the best of his games. He was pretty quiet after the first goal. And then obviously popped up again. I mean, in our live stream, loads of people calling him for get taken off, and then 2 minutes later he went and scored.
Yeah. So, no, it was a good night. It was an intelligent performance. The team knew what they had to do, and they went out there and just did it. You know, we didn't need fireworks. We just needed not to collapse. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if we would have got beat there, if we would have been knocked out, that would have been really, really bad.
Disaster.
It would have absolutely roasted.
Yeah, 100%. And our season then just left in tatters, isn't it? You know what I mean? You're taking a 2-1 lead home, and then 2 away goals, and you mess it up. Yeah. It'd be terrible. It would have been terrible news. However, that didn't happen. Eric Garcia, we backed him to start. He's been playing sick for City. I don't buy this when people keep saying that he's not good, hasn't had a standout game. You're chatting shite. I think he's been mint. He has been really good for City, especially post-lockdown. Like he's been sick. He's been really solid.
He's 19.
Yeah, for a 19-year-old to fit in this Pep team better than our 2 other right-sided centre-backs who've been there for years is madness.
You know what? I get people saying, oh, well, I think he's still got stuff to learn. Obviously, he's got stuff to learn. I'm not saying he's the complete player, but you're watching a player who's 19 years old, and this is the first ever competitive football he's properly played, and he's slotted in there really, really nicely.
Developed a really good relationship.
Yeah, and that tells me that he's a quality player. So, yeah, it's a bit...
You know what it is? He got that football brain, hasn't he?
He's got the football brain. People say, oh, he's too slow. Yeah, he's slow, but... You know, you don't have to be fast as a centre-back if your positioning's decent. And his positioning is good. He's good on the ball. he's a clever guy, and he links up with Laporte really, really well. So, yeah, personally, having watched Fernandinho and Laporte at the back, I would not be playing that partnership against Lyon, because even though they only scored 1 goal, our defending at times was atrocious against Real Madrid.
It was terrible.
It was atrocious. The communication between Fernandinho and Laporte is non-existent.
It's not
Does
there.
not exist. There was times when they were within 10 yards of each other, the two centre-backs, and Benzema was just on his own.
Free to do what he wanted.
Nobody marking him. There's no communication whatsoever about Laporte. And this is what I'm saying about Laporte. Him and Otamendi, I don't feel have the best sort of communication. Him and Fernandinho don't have the best communication. I feel him and John Stones have a better...
Yeah, they were decent together.
But obviously the problem is there, John Stones is liable to a mistake and has not played for quite a long time. But actually, the two players who have the best sort of communication and relationship in our defence is Garcia and Laporte, in my opinion. The problem is now Garcia's come out and said he wants to leave, which is fair enough. You get it. He's a Barcelona fan. He wants to go to Barcelona. I've got no issues with that.
The thing is, he's not been a knob about it. He just wants to go.
This is the thing that people need to ask themselves: is we want to win the Champions League? In my opinion, our best chance at winning the Champions League from a defensive point of view is with Laporte and Garcia. Now, obviously, if you're not agreeing with that, then this next bit's a bit, irrelevant. But if you agree that our best partnership at the moment is Laporte and Garcia, then you've got to ask yourself the question: is should we be dropping Garcia? If you say yes, why? Because some people are like, he wants to leave, get him out of the club. I don't buy into all this.
Yeah,
why does everyone have to be like, it's 100% commitment? You think he's just going to go in the quarterfinals of the Champions League at 19 and go, I'm not arsed.
I don't want this anymore.
He's going to be, in my opinion, he's going to be fully focused, because at the end of the day, he knows he's going anyway. He knows he's going. The club knows he's going. Everyone knows he's going. So he's just going to be like, I'm going to focus on this. I want that move, and I want to show everyone.
If anything, his head now will be more clear than it was previously. Because previously, he's thinking about his move and he doesn't know what to do, and he's playing for City, and then he'll probably have that feeling of guilt throughout. And then now that he's actually come out, you know what I mean, been brave, said it all like, oh yeah, I actually want to leave, yeah.
I think
done all that, and then now his head is just completely clear. All he can do now is just focus on the football.
But as well, we've offered David Silva a 1-year contract, and apparently he said no. He said he wanted to.
He doesn't want to take it.
So what are people going to say? Don't play him anymore.
Oh yeah, don't play David. He wants to leave.
And people are like, oh, it's a different situation. We've developed Garcia. We've not developed him. We bought him at like 16. He's played for us for a couple of years, and he's played 5 games, and he's gone. You know what I mean? He's played 5 irrelevant Premier League games, and now he wants to leave back to Barcelona. And we're going to make a lot of money out of this, by the way, because I'm pretty sure we got Eric Garcia on a free or very cheap.
I seen that Barcelona apparently aren't willing to pay over £10 million for him.
Well, there you go then. So we're not going to sell him for £10 million. So then we'll have him for next year.
City said we'd rather keep him for a 5th choice next year.
So then what we're going to do then? Just not play him?
Exactly.
Because people are like, well, he wants to leave.
Oh, let him rot in the reserves. You know what I mean? Why people get
the rot in the reserves if they go about it in a dickish way.
Oh, if they're horrible, about it, then yeah, of course, leave them to it.
But if you're just a chiller and you're just like, yeah, sorry Pep, sorry club, but I'm a Barcelona fan, I want to go and play for Barcelona, hope you don't mind, to say, oh, let him rot in the reserves or he's never playing for the club again, I just don't buy that at all. To be fair, I might just be a bit lenient, because to be honest, I did say that about Sane as well. I was saying we should play Sane a little bit more even when it was clear he wanted to leave, but I think that's just the way I am. Unless they're visibly making a scene, they're a City player, we're paying their wages, play them.
Yeah, I think we're both on that same page. If we're quite chill about these situations when players want to leave and they're not being horrible about it, they're just kind of being honest about the fact that they want to go. We actually watched one of our old videos the other day. I think it was the post-match Burnley, and we were saying, oh, we think we should play Sane more, and then
he never played again. Yeah, the thing for me, it's just this. The only reason I want to play him is because for me, he's the best centre back we've got on that side with Laporte. So just play him, because that's our best chance. Fernandinho is decent at centre back, but he has zero relationship or communication with Laporte, and that will get you found out. When you're playing Barcelona, if we end up playing Barcelona, that will be a real issue, because your defenders have to 100% all be on the same page. And if you're playing Fernandinho and Laporte there, or Laporte and Otamendi, I just don't think that's going to happen. For me, it's either got to be John Stones and Laporte, for all John Stones' flaws. I understand the flaws. I understand why people will be screaming at me right now.
Yeah, people are going sticky right now.
I'm going for the wider picture. Yes, I know there's problems with these players individually, the Stones has got, mistakes in him. Garcia wants to leave. I know there's individual issues there, but the wider picture is that the team will be more connected. John Stones plays well with Walker as well.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just think you have to...
Think bigger picture.
Think bigger picture, guys.
Right, so Champions League tie, done, buzzing. Let's move on to where we're going to next. So all the games now, it's like a mini tournament now. It's quite exciting, actually, the fact that it's all different. But I'm a bit good there's no 2 legs, because when there's 2 legs, you kind of have a saving grace. I mean, that first leg, if you mess it up a little bit, you can still save it in that second leg. However, now they're all 1-legged games. Mini tournament. I think it's all getting done over the course of 2 weeks. I think
it's 10 days, isn't it?
From Wednesday this week,
we
have a game every single day.
Really?
So there's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we play Saturday.
Oh right, okay, yeah, mad. Yeah,
which is that's madness, that, isn't it?
It's going to be. Well, Pep said it's going to be like a little mini World Cup thing, and it is. It's going to be interesting. I get why they've done it. They want to get the competition done, but they don't want to drag it out. So yeah, just get it all done one leg.
I actually think that we play on Saturday, and then the next leg after that for us would be on the Tuesday.
Yeah, that's that.
It's so quick. It's so quick. So in the space of 2 weeks' time, Champions League will be done, which is mad. Well, next week, we'll know who's won the Champions League. That's madness. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to Lyon. All the games are in Lisbon, obviously, so there's no home or away. But we're going to Lyon, going against them. And we said on one of our previous podcasts that people shouldn't take Lyon lightly. Last season, we lost against them and we drew against them. So it shows that they mean business. And they've just knocked out Juventus, who have missed the Champions League on their team. And I feel like we can't be complacent against this. And then we've said before, like, when you're playing players like Ronaldo and stuff, all the players know how Ronaldo plays. All the players, it's like Iron Robin, innit? Everyone knows he cuts inside. It's like that situation. All the players know Juventus because they've been watching them as kids and they've grown up with that team. However, Lyon, it's a bit more unpredictable. I can barely name. I know that Jason Denayer plays there. I think they've got Max Gradle.
Yeah, they got Depay well,
and they got Aouar. I barely know any players that play for Lyon.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's completely different when you watch it on TV, because the players have been doing the research in it and watching this team on TV all week. But it's completely different knowing how a player plays and watching how a player plays. So I feel like it's a different kind of test for City, and we have to take it super serious. Which I'm worried that we won't, like, the players just can't think they've already won it yet. You know what I mean?
No, they won't, because all you have to do is say, you played these twice last year and you didn't beat them. They beat you and you drew. So think either of them results and you ain't going through. So you need to win.
It's scary, that, isn't it? It's proper scary, that.
They'll be doing the research. I don't see any sort of complacency here. I think if we get beat, it's because we're not the better side or individual mistakes. And like I say, clear motivation is you played this team last year twice and you didn't beat them. And they're 7th in the French league.
The 7th?
What I mean? Yeah. They're 7th in the French league. They obviously haven't had a great domestic campaign. So again, they're not in the Champions League next year. I don't even think they're in Europe. I don't even think they've qualified for the Europa League. So they're going to be going for it, because for some of these players, they're not going to be playing European football next year. So they're going to be really, really motivated. You know what I mean? It's like, do you remember we had all the casting lingering over us? And it was like, let's go and win it in case we get banned. Let's go and make it, special, because we might be knocked out. This is the same for them. Let's go and make it special, because guys, we're not in it next year. Unless you're getting transferred, you're not playing European football. We know everyone likes playing European football. All players do. So, yeah, I don't see any complacency. I think if we lose the game, it'll be due to mistakes, dodgy VAR, or just being the second best team, which obviously can happen. Lyon do have some good players. But for me, it's all about that defence. We can score goals.
Yeah, definitely. We can score highest scores this season.
We can keep the ball. We can dominate possession. The one main area of concern, which has been, our Achilles heel all season, has been our defending. And, that's why we need to sort it out. And I'm not convinced Fernandinho and Laporte is the way to go. I'm just not. Yes, they're all right. Laporte's obviously class, but Fernandinho... It's about communication. I can't stress how much it is. Like, it's about the team. They've got to be on the same page. And Dino and Laporte are not on the same page, in my opinion.
Yeah, you've seen it against, like, the Real Madrid game, going back to that. You've seen it in that, like, how it was clashing. It was clashing, them two being at the back, and it was kind of, like, hindering us a bit.
Yeah.
Because we didn't look solid at the back at all.
No.
I think people have sugarcoated it because
made
of one.
so many saves.
Yeah.
I can't remember a game where Edison's had to make so many saves. And to be fair, Benzema had his shooting boots on.
Oh,
it would be a different story.
We'll be gone.
The amount of times he had the ball on the edge of the box and he shot and he just went straight in Edison's hands. You know what I mean? It only has to go an extra couple of inches to Edison left or right, and it's a goal. And they only needed one more goal, and then we would have been really, really struggling then, because they then would have pushed for their third. If they got the third, it's game over.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. I would have hated to watch that.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm confident. Again, I'm confident because we are the better side, but there is a major doubt in my mind that at any moment something stupid could happen at the back. You know what I mean? Again, look at the goal that Real Madrid scored. Shocking.
Yeah, terrible.
You know,
terrible.
2 defenders, none of them took control. Rodri just let the guy walk in, and Benzema, despite having 3 guys around him, has pretty much a free header.
It is pretty much a free header, isn't it?
So again, that's all you need to know. And yeah, for me, Fernandinho is not the way to go. I know he was a captain. I know he's had a decent season given the fact he's not a centre back. But at the end of the day, you got to be ruthless. And for me, I'd be picking John Stones or Garcia, despite them having their individual flaws. Because despite them having their individual flaws, as we've just mentioned, I think the back line will work better as a whole, as a unit. And that's what you want. You want to be a unit. So, yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it. What do you make of Koulibaly's performance yesterday against Barcelona? For those that haven't seen it, I'd go on the highlights. Barcelona versus Napoli. A few people are like, oh, that's not what we expected to see from a 65 million pound player, or an 85 if you're Napoli.
It wasn't great, I think, and it's worried a lot of City fans, because in the first 5 minutes, he had a long a switch play. So I mean, he was pretty much in the left back position, switching to the right back position, and it went out for a corner for Barca. And I was a bit like,
he kicks the ball out for a corner when he was under absolutely no pressure.
No pressure at all. And then I was a bit like, yeah, that's not great. Also, I saw him playing on the left side, so left-sided centre back. I'm not sure. I thought he was right-footed and right-sided centre back. People might correct me on this, innit? And then obviously he gave away a penalty. He didn't have a great first half overall, but then like for Barca's goal, the first goal that they scored, the header, his own man bundled him over, and we watched it go on the replay, and he seems to go over really, really easily. Like it's almost like he thought it was the Barca player that hit him, and that's why he went over. And then second half, it got a bit better second half. I didn't really see much wrong with it, but then I was flicking between the 2 games in the second half.
He is right-footed, by the way, as well. But I've seen a lot of the games that I've seen Napoli play. He has played on the left-hand side, so I'm not exactly sure why they do that, whether it's like a tactical setup or whether there's someone else they play on the right. But yeah, there were a few. I mean, the thing about, he kicked the ball out of play, right? After being no pressure. Look, anyone can accidentally scuff a ball or something, but you know, it wasn't difficult for that. So I'm not going to criticise him too much about that. But then there's some things that were a little bit scary. First, the corner that comes in. Have you seen the size of this guy? He's absolutely massive, and the guy touches him and goes down. Now, whether he thinks
that's what I was saying, isn't it? Like, he goes over so easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So whether he thinks he's trying to be clever and thinks it's a Barcelona player, I don't know. But that's worrying.
All round poor decision.
For me, he should be the size he is. He should be winning every header there.
Yeah.
You know, he should be dominating that box.
He's a beast, isn't it? And that's what we want.
He should be the Van Dijk. He should be dominating. This ball comes in here, I'm going for it. You know what I mean? But he sort of didn't, and was more easy to take the easy option of going down, thinking it may be a Barcelona player. And then the penalty's a difficult one, but he's just got to get rid of the ball quickly. You can't keep the ball at your feet like that when Messi's on you.
He was so slow to get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a real shame, because before this game, I was all set on him.
I've been eggs in one basket, 100% convinced that Coulibaly is the man for us.
Maybe it's because we've not seen him enough. We've seen a few games here or there and thought, oh yeah, he played decent there, but we've not seen him consistently, and this is why. There are a few people in the comments who say that they watch Serie A quite regular and don't think he is the man for us. And you know, I'm starting to see why you guys are saying that. Those that are saying it, but yeah, definitely, I think that performance, it's a real shame because it's proper dented my confidence.
Yeah. However, I do believe that people can have off games as well.
Of course,
it could genuinely just be an off game. But it's a £90 million off game.
That's what I mean. An off game in the biggest game of Napoli's season. You know, they had a legit chance of going through there.
Yeah, I know. Because if he plays City, you can't be doing these off games against imagine against Real Madrid and he has that kind of game. You'd be like, what is going on?
Definitely would.
And like we spoke about this before, didn't we, when we was watching the highlights, and you said this to me. You said like, we're paying so much money for him. He's 29 years old. We're paying all this money because we want the ready-made product. We want the guy who's ironed out all the mistakes from him, like, pretty much. Obviously, everyone's liable to mistakes, but he needs to be a complete player.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're going for. That's why we're paying all this money. If you want a young player, we'd probably go get Skriniar, who's only like 24, 25.
Or just stick with Stones.
Yeah.
What's the point?
If we want a young player, we'd do that, or like a new signing, we'd do that, and then... But we want someone now who's going to come in and make a big impact and shake up our defence and then make it solid. Because that's the exact thing that Van Dijk did to Liverpool.
Yeah, we're spending all the money. We're signing in an older player for them to come in and just do the business for 3 or 4 years. And that's it. That's all the job is. There's no development. There's no need for us to say, oh, right, this is how you need to deal in this situation. There might be a little bit here and there just to adapt to the tactics. But ultimately, you're coming in and you're going to be you'll be ready from day one. You can walk into that defence. To be fair, what we need is someone to walk in and be a proper leader. And again, I didn't really see that from him yesterday. I didn't see no leadership.
No. He seemed like, especially like on the corner and stuff, you think he'd be leading it. But
that's what I mean. He's just... I'm not sure. This has caused a massive issue because now I'm not 100% sure if this is the man for us.
There's a couple of like I said before, spanners in the works, isn't it? It's just throwing a few things in, which is making the things a bit more awkward for us in this sense. Like, is he the man now or is he not the man? That's what we have to decide. And I think obviously City have got a big risk to take now with who they go for centre back. A lot of people are shouting for, like, especially in the comments, Diego Carlos. Is it Diego Carlos?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him play at all. Just play for Seville. Is it Seville? I've not seen him play a minute. I've not seen the highlights from him or anything like that. So I'd be interested to see him just as an alternative. Really.
Well, I think what people can do, because obviously we created the 5 alternatives to Coulibaly, so we'll link that in as a card in the description. Let us know in the comment section below, are you still with Coulibaly? Do you think it was just a slight off day? Or is this changing your mind? Or maybe you were never a fan in the first place. So let us know in the comment section below who you think City should sign as a centre-back. Let us know who you think should be the centre-back pairing as well for the Lyon game. So yes, comment in the comment section. If you're on SoundCloud, comment on there as well. We can see them. But yeah, I think anything else? I think we've smashed the pod on today, haven't we?
Yeah.
Poddy one time. So yeah.
No messing.
Yeah, I know. Thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you're new. Smash a like on the video so we can see this channel get bigger. And thanks a lot for watching.